should look like. Application context is an object that stores data required throughout the application execution lifecycle. There must only be one instance of this object. It should have methods set or get and remove application wide objects. So normally you need a key pair value where key is string and value can be any object to set into the application context and to get from the application context. And in case if you want to remove that object, you can have a remove from the application context. The application wide object should be accessed by a key of type string, and value normally be either your required object or can be object, any object. So how this can be implemented? Just think of it. I will show you an example. So I have already created my application context and I am using that my application context in my singleton demo. So my application context CTX is equal to my application context dot get instance. I am putting some data, put data, CTX dot put data, hello world, hello world. So this becomes the key and this becomes the object. Another data where key is singleton, this is a singleton pattern, this string is data. And now I am putting key as time and a calendar object. And now this is the portion where your rest of the program goes. So in case if you require this particular instance again in your applications at some other location, your code should be similar to this. Just my application context CTX02, some other reference, and then you can call the my application context dot get instance method. So this particular method will return the same instance where you can get the data out of your application context. So this is the use of my application context, and if I run this program, you will see these object gets printed on the output window. Here is the output. So it works well. Now let's look at the my application context. Now if you see, this is static my application context, and I have created early initialization. There is a map that will keep key and value pair of objects where key is string. This is only a constructor which is private, and it creates the hash map instance for this particular map app data. Then we have a static method get instance which returns this application context, and then get data, put data. Similarly you can have here remove data also. So this is a very simple implementation. Now can you tell me what will happen if this is a heavy operation? I mean to say your application needs to be your application needs to be loaded faster, whereas my application context is somehow a costly object. It is having different operations, different resources somewhere over here. We need to do a lot of processing, suppose over here and here, and it takes time, and we need to load our application faster. So what should we do? The lazy initialization. So let's make the change in this code for lazy initialization. What I should do is, I want to initialize when the class loaded. Instead, what I will do is, so I'm not creating object over here when the class loads. Instead, I create object when there is a first call to get instance, and during the first call, app context, app CTX will be null, and it will create a new instance and will return. But this is not suitable for multi-threaded application. This is another variation. If you are sure that your application is a single threaded application, this is going to be the best solution for the lazy initialization of singleton. But if your application is multi-threaded, you need to put synchronized keyword over here. So this is lazy initialization. Okay, but now think of, a lot of work is going on within this method, or maybe the synchronization is happening on this method, whereas we need to synchronize only this particular portion. That is actually creating the object. So how we can do it? Again, I will let you explain it again. Suppose there are lots of threads accessing this particular method. Only the first thread actually checks for the null and create instance. All rest threads are not null. This condition will get false and the only instance will be returned. But all other thread unnecessarily accessing the synchronized method. That is not needed because synchronization is an overhead. So what we should do is, instead of using synchronized keyword over here, what I can do is I can just synchronize this block. Synchronized my application context.class. And put this line inside. So the first thread, when enters into this method, it will found this null and enter into the synchronized block. Suppose there is a second thread entered simultaneously within this particular method. It will wait over here in the synchronized block. So if the first thread comes alone, this is okay, but this is a faulty implementation. Why? If 2 or 3 or more threads enter simultaneously, all will be null initially. So all threads will wait over here. Only one thread will given access with inside the synchronized block, and it will create the instance. When that particular thread move outside of the synchronized block and another thread will be given access to the synchronized block, it will again create a new instance. So we have to check double over here. So I have to give another condition over here. Now, if suppose there are more than one, suppose 2 threads are accessing for the first time, and one thread is given access to the synchronized block, whereas the another thread is waiting for its turn. So the first thread will have appctx null and it will create a new instance, and it leaves the synchronized block. As soon as it leaves, the second thread will be given access to the synchronized block, and now appctx is not null, so it will go directly. So this problem is resolved. Now the question that comes in mind of many of the attendees over here is why this condition is required. We can have just this particular block. So this condition is again required for the performance improvement. We call it as double check. How it improves the performance? Say, imagine a website where thousands of users or hundreds of users accessing simultaneously, and every user needs this application, every user's request needs this application context. So there are 100 threads accessing simultaneously get instance method, and if we don't have this particular condition, it will be a bottleneck over here. So are you getting me? There are many threads entering into this method. If we don't have this condition, all threads will be waiting here, only one thread will be given access. After that, remaining thread one by one given access into the synchronized block, and that will degrade the performance of application. So as soon as we have the application context, this condition holds true, holds false, and remaining thread without entering into synchronized block will return the application context. So this is a tremendous performance improvement for a website that is very busy. So we need to double check over here. So this is another variation. So depending on basically the requirement of your application, you can use the singleton variation. Let's see how many variations we have seen till now. We have seen static singleton like math class in JDK, Java. Singleton